we get to see the transition of the first game for today. Heading straight to a map of Rondo here on his match number 1. Annie, take it away.
That's an interesting flight path because it starts in the middle of a city. It starts in Bailey, I believe, and then it's going down all the way to the central eastern side of the map, a bit north of Jadena City. So, not a lot of opportunities for these 18 teams to go down.
Laying around the desert coast of the map. Moving along now, we get to see initial drops coming in. Do we find any off-the-go fights here? I don't think so.
Yeah, it looks like the kill feed is a little bit quiet, but of course the circle is the most interesting part. But right now we can see in the camera, actually, I think there are 3 different teams, and we see a knockdown on one side. That would be Bigatron East.
Igneous has been taken down already. They're look to see him to get the trade up against Horace here from the top side. Moving in, BTR back on the feed here. Snape here trying to go for the push out, but can't find anyone inside the bathroom. Voxy finally finds a connection, and it is going to be one player from the side of OX gonna get taken down. First frag here from the side of Bigatron.
And so that's one elimination on their side, throwing some utilities, and it looks like they're just kind of positioning themselves, trying to see if they can find anything. Of course, Snape does get some damage in, smokes up, and it looks like there will be a down inside of Monkey Ninja. That's with the single P2K as well, and it looks like Snape will be needing that revive. Not looking good for the side of Bigatron Esports right now.
Yeah, pretty clean run so far coming in. But now it's just going to be hitting on Bush here all alone. Going to go for the pickup. Up against one player from the side of D. Xavier. Lamborghini on the other side. Cooking up the nade. Can he find a perfect medium mirror? Cooking it up. Throws it up. Should be finding the connection once again. Now it's a big 1v1. But D. Xavier, they trample. And Bigatron, they stay alive.
Oh man, is this normal for Rondo? There's already 3 teams getting down, and DRX is gonna be one of them soon enough, but it looks like the other 3 players, they're out of there. You know what? They're cutting their losses. I don't think they have a lot of to be the end of all this early game engagement. As we can see RD going on that FN. Lots of Molotovs coming in. That is another team down. 13 teams left. What is happening in Rondo?
Well, a lot of fake outs, just like Ranger and Rondo in the NBA. Moving in. Reject.
For those teams lucky enough to be favored by the circle, they will be having quite a great time. But over there in El Pozo, towards the south, I think there are several teams coming in on the same drop-off spot. So this is going to be interesting. There might be a lot of early game eliminations coming in a few minutes.
Yeah, let's get it on. Want to see more action here off ahead? Well, Rondo wishes it so far on the feed. Look at FN, finding one up against Hora Esports. SXA finds one as well up against RXS. Kills after kills, shots after shots. Not here, just a lot of things so unpredictable up in the mess, but it is going to be ASA so far here struggling to sustain their well-being here inside of this game. As Casanova gonna be driving around. Zypha here already down. They already got Jinx as well out in the mixture for this very round, so it's not looking to be the most prosperous round here from center. There's no clear distinction you can pull away off this very round, but we have been able to point out NEPX earlier, and they're on the run for it. And it's only to take one more good take from them. Finally, we do get to see Federal here back in the line from the side of Bigatron Esports. This guy is a menace. This guy is a Terminator. Give him the M4 with a scope. He can make you pay for that. Arguably one of the most accurate recoil controllers out there inside of this game. And that's just my boy right there, Federal Alice. I mean, I remember this kid back in the days when he used to play for our organization back in Mamba Esports. And something about this guy, ever so composed, truly a prodigy here, and has been living off as a superstar in PUBG Mobile.
Wow. Wipes their team off of the map.
This is just gonna be hard as hell here. Bigatron now here out front up against Casanova. Here pushing up now. S12 into his hands. Has the M4 as well for the range, but it's just all going to come down to the burst and the shotguns. Here, Baby's going to be on the backside, but unfortunately for him, Casanova is going to be all alone. Federalis gets trampled down. The nades connect, and it's going to be a back and forth trade here between these squads now. BTR gets dropped down to 2 players alive here for this very wave. They got 1 player down to the ground, can go for the revive. Starts to close in.
And everyone's just playing it safe. You can see that the kill feed's quiet, a little bit quiet, a little bit tranquil, peaceful. Of course, that's not going to stay true for a very long time, especially once this circle closes in. And everyone's just taking position all around the map. There's lots of buildings, lots of elevations, so lots of room to play around with. But over here, Snape has...
Wolf from the side of ASI8. 2 from the side of FN Esports. Water treatment. Gonna be the last call for the playground here. Federalis gonna be pushing up. 1 player from the side of ASI8. Gonna be lurking around water treatment. Gonna be elevation controlled as well from the side of BTR, so there's gonna be a lot of coverage here. Everyone is more than capable of taking the fights, and look at the possible standoff here between Baby and Federalis here on this water treatment. Definitely going to be a show to watch out for.
Yeah, all eyes on your child, Federal 404. Of course, Baby over here hiding in this contraption of the water treatment. But of course, they do spot BTR up on the hill, but does give away their location. So let's see how BTR responds to that.
Be able to soften up the helmet. So far, they got the cars, they got the vehicles to play with. Federalis gonna be down to the ground. Big ol' standoff, Baby, able to prosper. And that is gonna be BTR here. Odds in favor from them. Gonna hold it out. Wait it out. So far. And Baby knows for a fact he doesn't need to go for the cut here. Federalis, no more life left. Is gonna get eliminated here. BTR gets dropped down to only 1 player.
Alright. Well, Baby's still alive. And Federal, what is their fate? It looks like Snape will be getting that revenge kill. And that is the end for ASXI. Still not much progress, but we can see a lot of damage coming in, and that will be DRS getting a lot of those bullets. But in the end, DRS does lose 1 player, so that means 10 players left in the running. Ghost, however, trying to get their 8th elimination, but they do get that knock on their side. But it's not over just yet. DRS versus NEPX. Of course, FN Esports trying to get a cut from that cake, but however, what can Trey do all alone with Ghost needing that revive? Looks like it won't be good in terms of numbers on their side, but NEPX and DRS, definitely lots of things happening, but in the end, it's DRS Gaming that will be eliminated first, and now it's between Bigatron Esports, FN Esports, and NEPX.
Here we go, Bigatron. Still odds in favor, but Severus Snape, double kill off that S12. Now, NEPX is gonna be out. Bigatron, after everything, with the odds going in favor, they are still able to strike the number 2 spot. But at the end, they are gonna be able to get this one.
They'll strategize with that, but I'm really excited to see where this circle is gonna be, because the north is quite barren, but it looks like
the challenge here off this Formula 1, but it is going to be a bit of a question in regard to, do you want to take it or not? With the S12, not really the best weapon of choice. Could have went for that automatic instead and could have had a better chance, but now they're going to go for the strike here. T2K, time to kill. Here we go. Igneous, here you're going to go for a chase down off the S12, and they're going to be able to get another player out here from the side of ASA. Casanova will be calling rent.
in. There's a team right there stuck in Sosnovka military base. Don't know what they're gonna do. Don't know what their plan is. But what's important is that everyone will try to get it to safety before really, you know, making their next move.
Gotta wait it out. So far, Horror Esports, Jiggle here. Gonna be making it across around a vicinity of less than a minute from now here, I would say, Annie.
So we're all just waiting. BTR, unfortunately, only 2.
Early on. Pushing up now. Precious on the other side. Gonna be eating the nade as well. Paragin puts himself into the mixture. They got the top side, they got the elevation, they got the whole height advantage here for them. So, but the nade flies by. Precious nade coming from the side of Precious. And it is gonna be the Xavier here down by the numbers.
And Paragin does need to get that revive. And unfortunately, Lamborghini does get picked off, but still, I feel like the Xavier still has pretty good chance. And EPX, however, choosing to come in and storm into the area, but unfortunately, whatever the Xavier was planning, it did not work. The flank did not work, and unfortunately, it'll be Leviso. That's gonna be all that's left against 3 members of NEPX. They don't have the height, they don't have the elevation advantage, and it looks like NEPX will be trying to get that reset first before moving in for the kill. 1 kill down, Leviso. NEPX not looking good for them. This looks like a 1 versus 1. Rex versus Leviso. Who will come out victorious? There, just sidestep. Oh, it's Leviso who will be wiping out NEPX Esports from the map.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be pretty clean here from the set of Leviso. DX here, back and track for the board. Crazy to see. Looking at the circle here, gonna be revolving around Gatka and Hospital in the middle. It's gonna be the tall mountain to be played with. 4 Miracle Vibes gonna be holding on to the southern side. DRS here on the south as well. And for the side of Vampire Esports, they're gonna be all the way down to the western side of the map. 3 players, 3 give that option away, so they're just gonna go for that upfront play. Nade's gonna get cooked here. So far on the other side, DRS not gonna be able to get the connection, but DRX will. Hyunbin able to drop the casualty. The fight to just a 2v2.
2 players, DRX Hyunbin needs that rev up to so as kind of like carry their team at this point. But of course, DRX we're here. Not looking also as very low on health, hanging by a thread actually with BTR lurking about at a distance. Grenades coming in, actually hits and causes a knock, but unfortunately so as does get eliminated. I believe it was BTR that gets credit for that, but of course the Xavier, yes, they get wiped off, and now that's 4 teams left remaining standing. This is going to be between Bigatron Esports, ZRS Gaming, Horror Esports, and Champion Esports vying for this winner chicken dinner.
This is intense. This is hard. Here we go. DRS Champions Horror
Island. So you don't even need any cars. You just need your feet to get around the map. And right now,
invitation to now here on to stage 2 as it's about to close out. Stage 3 soon enough is going to be opening in. There's one guy with a horse. Yep, Red Forest. XYZY. It's just having the time of his life.
I love that. I love that so much. I think that horses don't actually behave that well. It's once again, you know, video game logic. But of course, seeing Bigatron Esports still quite clean on their record. Lots of HP in each person. All 4 still standing. Unfortunately, 0 eliminations, however, despite so much violence happening in the first few minutes of the game. And of course, they will be moving on and trying to see if they can join in on the action later on. But for now, that circle is going to close in around Painan and Bootcamp.
This is going to be pretty wild. I mean, take a look at this. Are we even past the 10-minute mark? Not just yet. We're looking at a pretty compressed squad clash already here on the next circle, and I'm not going to be surprised if the game's going to end here as off in this very moment. It's it. Not sure if the API is bugging out, but definitely still states that they're still alive. NEPX, BTR though are truly the squads that I'm going to be eyeing out for here. They look to have the best odds of winning.
Ooh.
Take a look at this Red Force here. They got a horse. They got some classic cars. I mean, talk about a stacked team here, Andy.
Yeah. I mean, the horse just pretty much carries their team. That's like one more player on their side. Just give that horse a gun or something. Of course, for Miracle Vibes, they have 0 eliminations so far, but BTR is there at the distance. Possible eliminations. Possibly they get wiped off as well. That's, one thing after the other. But right now, we're just going to see what's going to happen. BTR, the opposite side of this road. For Miracle Vibes going in for the initiative. But unfortunately, no damage done just yet until now. Hide on bush, get dialed down.
There's going to be a lot of initiatives here from the side of 4 Miracle Vibes. But obviously with Zoil out, going to be taking extra precautions here, especially if you want to take up this fight. Especially it's up against BTR. Truly one of the most formidable forces here in this competition. Federalis, alongside his teammates here, ZMJ, KK, they're going to be throwing up the nades. And it's going to be Snape able to get the connection here up against Docker. Here's Zoil. Look at the good respondent. Hopping inside of the compound. Looking to cut the distance down, but looking like the smokes are going to be enough for them to evade the fight soon enough. But I know for damn sure BTR is not going to waste any time at all. They want to close at the distance. They want to go for the fight. Want to ensure that they don't get any leeway for them to get some recovery back and track inside of this game. ZMJ here so far. Pushing up now. There's going to be one player, Snape, here down to the ground as well. And a nade once again from the side of Refos. 4 Miracle Vibes responding back with force.
And now BTR, all that's left is Federal and T1 Faker hide on bush. To see if they can pretty much carry this engagement. 4MV doing quite well. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough to kill off hide on bush. T1 Faker, definitely the Demon King, cannot be killed. They did get that revive in the bag, but unfortunately BTR once again, they couldn't save ZMJ from that revive. Snape is also losing their life little by little. Federal manages to heal themselves, but on the side of 4MV, it's like they're doing quite well. They're not giving Bigatron Esports any room to breathe. Just keep bombarding them with throwables.
Yeah, that's exactly what you got to do. Constant pressure here. Just making them guess all throughout, but that's going to be the confirmation to kill already. Snape's going to be out. Same goes for ZMJ. All going to come down to the Prodigy, Federalis, and his teammate on the other side, which is not going to be looking great here for them. Dropping's back there here for the side of the Xavier. Going to be able to hold on to this elevation. Has a lot of opportunities here to get some overview going on, but there's not going to be a lot of things to talk about here right around their vicinity. But Ryle Dragon, though, look at them. Frag alongside Troublemaker is going to be down here, and it shows all going to come down to Clutch to try to go for the clutch here up against NAPX as he finds Precious out. Should be able to get the confirmation off the kill, but he needs to run for his teammates and try to go for the res. But unfortunately, the 2 players from the side of NAPX is going to be closing in the distance as well. So it's a foot race in regards to who can save or who can finally serve the last and final blow to eliminate the opposition.
I mean, I wonder what Claw will do at this rate. It looks like RD is getting wiped down. No chances of revival right there. I mean, PX made sure of that. But, of course, Mukesh and Domain, they do have the numbers advantage against Claw. But over here, T2K, third party in this situation. It looks like Igneous will be taking Mukesh down. That's only 1 player left. That will be Domain left on the side of NEPX. Not looking good for their side, but let's see what's gonna happen if Domain can pull this clutch or T2K can finally wipe the floor clean.
Oh my days. Gonna call rendezvous with Mason here because things are not gonna be pretty clean here, I must say. But hey, if you got the confidence, be it. Right, bring it in now. But Bigatron Esports in the process will be eliminated.
All the way towards the Los Leones area. Western side areas, they're kind of like an easy accessibility for the teams, but the Eastern, the Truck Stop, the La Bendita, the Impalas, all those areas, they're not going to be accessible for the teams unless they have like really found themselves a decent amount of vehicle transportation. But here we go. In the Picado, we are not only seeing some eliminations, some knockouts, but also some complete...
How will they answer, rather? Because Big Faf, I'm not really a big fan of the guns that they're up there we go. Big Fafa will almost say big goodbye, but there's still a chance of revival, so we might be seeing them in action once again. But right now, all eyes on Hyunbin. Gets a shot at that stairs.
Beautiful.
Not a good place to be in. Unfortunately, we might be saying goodbye for DRX. It will be OX. I'm sorry, I don't know what their name was, but the last person standing on their team, well, they'll have to carry the rest of this, the rest of their banner for the rest of this game.
They do, but on the other side, DX, D Xavier's, Nate T, he threw a nade, did not get any kind of connection, but hurrah, closing in, Nate T, low on that HP, trying to make those peak shots connected, but not enough. It's all over. D Xavier's out of the match. Vampire Esports, they're also closing in, rushing in to the last player of DRX at this point, and DRX, the last guy, he just manages to like run away from this area, run away from this premises at this point, and I'd say this is a good start for the guy. He know when he needs to like fall back from the areas, not get into any kind of fight. And Ozzy, you did a right call at this point, but ASI8, oh my goodness, weak eliminations coming in. Casanova, Zephyr, those are the two guys that were trying to get some eliminations, but Casanova gets instantly picked off. Zephyr and another guy from the team ASI8 are the only two players remaining into the match. Champions Esports C1, Eric.
Right there. I mean, there's a lot of things to think about, but for now, it's a little bit quiet until now. BTR does find Vampire Esports. Tron Esports up there, trying to get some shots, and they do knock off one. Unfortunately, BTR, they're down to 3 players, but it's not gonna stop them from trying to take down Vampire Esports. Quite a far cry, but they do get those bullets to connect. And Vampire Esports, they're on a very bad spot. But speaking of bad spot, Hide on Bush as well goes on the red, needs that revive.
He couldn't hide on that bush and got eliminated early on. Come on. But still managed to get that one knockdown. It's a crucial factor, but Team Vampire Esports now own, not only they have like reset themselves into the area, the player that was knocked down is back on his feet, but also on the 75% HP side. Bigatron, Snape, come on. You can manage to get that elimination done on the players. You have 40 bullets into the Scarl. Red dot already connected. Get some shots, get some connectivity, get a knockdown. One knockdown is enough against Team Vampire Esports at this point, but the main question will still remain, who will get that knockout, and that is Snape. Once again, he's gonna make stay humble this point. He's gonna humble him, get him down, get him knocked out, closes in with another player of the Team Vampire Esports. On the other side, if you're talking about the Federale, he's going to throw a grenade, which is definitely not going to connect. But there are some shots. There are some random shots connecting on the guy. He is losing that HP. Federal, come on. Federal, go on. Get that connectivity. Get that shot connected. But you look the other way. He's not going to look. He has his eyes set up upon you. He's going to take you down on the other side. Snape once again going forward. Instantly, he's going to get taken down by the S12K. Tony K, a savior for the team.
I mean, Tony K had
main room instead of the stair rooms, and that might not be a good start for the side of the Team Royal Dragons. You could have thrown that grenade into the stairs room, and that could have been the it for the players. But there we go. The Molotov first, the grenade second. It's over. The Saviors out of the match. They are already gone, but Team Hurrah, come on. Things are not looking good for the Hurrah Esports, as well as Jiggle and Nofia. The last two guys that are surviving, they are trying to get that survival done on the players, but ASI8, they're the one that are being the aggressors in this fight. Nofia, you need to heal yourself as soon as possible. ASI8 closing in, getting those shots on the players, but not enough for the connectivity, not enough for the eliminations so far. Baby is going to get into the car. He's going to find out that the car may not have enough fuel, but Jose